Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing absolutely fine. So welcome all of you at AriserTalent, and in our today's lecture we are going to deal with some of the questions that are related from your NTSE stage 2 from the chapter acid, base and salt. NTSE stage 1 question we have discussed in the previous lecture, and now we are going to deal about the stage 2 questions we have. So let's have the questions here. So the first question in this sequence we have, again we have a paragraph type question, so we have to read every statement given here and try to make the systematic picture of this question, what actually it is given. You are provided with the aqueous solution of three salts A, B and C. What we have provided? Aqueous solution of three salts. And what are these three salts? These three salts are A, B and C. Now, you are adding 2 to 3 drops of blue litmus solution, red litmus solution and phenolphthalein in the separate experiments, and you have to observe the color changes in all the three cases. So, what will be the other half part of the question is saying? Let's see here. What we are added? We have added red litmus solution, blue litmus solution and phenolphthalein. So, we have added these three reagents here. Now, you have to analyze the samples provided here. So, firstly, let us see here what are the options we have provided. We are given ammonium chloride, sodium chloride and CH3COONA. So, sodium chloride, ammonium chloride, and the third compound is, this is our acetate ion, sodium acetate. Now, what you are observing in the A case, with blue litmus, red litmus and the phenolphthalein, there is no change in the color. It means no change, no change and no change. So, we can say that it must be a salt. Now, with blue litmus, the compound B is turning red. It means blue is turning to red. अगर ब्लू रेड में चेंज होगा तो हम कह सकते हैं कि वो कंपाउंड क्या होगा? एसिड होगा. अगर कोई चेंज ऑब्जर्व नहीं हो रहा है, इट मींस वो एक सॉल्ट है. अगर ब्लू लिटमस के साथ रेड हो रहा है, तो इफ ब्लू इज टर्निंग इनटू रेड, वी कैन से दैट इट इज एसिड. And with the red litmus, it is showing no change. With the phenolphthalein, it is showing no change. Now, let us observe the next case we have. जो compound C है, it is showing no change with the blue litmus, but it will turn into the red litmus. With red litmus, it is turning into blue, and you can see that with the phenolphthalein, it is giving the pink color. Now, what will be the compounds here? So, the compound A is our salt. So, which is salt here? The salt here is NaCl. So, I can write that A will be the salt. The compound B will be acid here. So, among all these options, we have the ammonium chloride, that is the acid we have. So, ammonium chloride will be our option number B. And what we are left with? CH3COONA. So, it must be option number C. So, which solution is satisfying our options? A will be the salt, B will be ammonium chloride and C will be our acetate ion. So, our correct option is A is NH4Cl. No. B, A is again NH4Cl. So, 1 and 2 options are incorrect. A is NaCl, B is NH4Cl and C is CH3COONA. So, I can say that option number 3 will be the correct answer here. So, the first which is showing no changes will be the salt we have. Second compound is changing blue to red, so it must be ammonium chloride, and second compound is changing red to blue. So it must be our CH3COONA, that is sodium acetate ions. So this will be the solution here. So you can see that conceptual questions can be asked in the tabular form as well as in the form of the matching the columns in your exams. Because we do not have any numerical problems related to these chapters, so you have to read the theory of these chapters to go through each concept. Now, let us discuss the next question in this sequence we have. A salt can be produced by the reaction between weak acid, weak base, metal oxide and water, metal and mineral acid, and metal oxide and mineral acids. So let us perform the reactions here to analyze that in which reaction a salt is formed. So firstly, what I am taking a weak acid and a weak base. So this is our weak acid. So acetic acid is our weak acid and NH4OH is our weak base. So you can write here it is weak acid and this is our weak base. Now they are going to form CH3COONH4. This is the salt and water will be eliminated from this reaction. Now this is the first part we have done. So this will be our weak acid and a weak base, option number A. Now let us solve for the option number B, metal oxide and water. So what I am taking here, I am taking here sodium oxide. And if I am reacting Na2O with water, what I will get? I will get sodium hydroxide. Third case, metal and mineral acid. Now, suppose I am taking the metal magnesium and we are reacting magnesium with any mineral acid. You can take here HCl, you can take here H2SO4. So, if I am reacting it with MgH2SO4, I will get magnesium sulfate plus hydrogen. Now, the fourth part is metal oxide with mineral acid. So again we have metal oxide Na2O and I am reacting it with mineral acid. You can take HCl, you can take H2SO4. So what we will get here? We will get NaCl plus water. Now analyze all these equations I have written here. You can find that the salt is formed with a weak acid and a weak base. This is not a salt. This is sodium hydroxide we have. Magnesium sulfate is again salt and NaCl we have is again salt. So in which reactions the salt is forming? The equations we are provided here, the salt is forming in case A, C and D. So A, C and D are forming salt. So which option is correct here? Let us check the options here. First one is ABC, second is BCD, third one is CDA. So it is our C, D and A. So we can conclude that option number 3 will be the correct answer. You cannot analyze that how the salt will be formed. You have to write the equations by reacting both the agents. So you can get the particular type of the salt which is belonging to this category. But without reactions, you cannot do such type of the questions. So you have to learn the formula for such compounds, like we have the mineral acids. So we have to use HCl and H2SO4. So these things you have to keep in your mind for solving such type of the question, because these are not the easy questions we can say we have. These are the conceptual questions that are important for your competition only. So you can copy it from here. So we can proceed to the next one. Now let us move to the next question in this sequence we have. The turmeric solution will turn red by the aqueous solution of. Now we have to analyze that the turmeric solution will turn red. So let us check the options here. So firstly I am taking the potassium acetate. Potassium acetate will be our CH3COOK. This is our potassium acetate. Now when I am going to ionize this solution, we will obtain, we are doing ionization because we are provided the aqueous solution of that compound. We will get CH3COO negative plus K positive. It means this aqueous solution on ionization will be converted into CH3COO negative and K positive, and this CH3COO negative is actually a base which is red in color. So this compound is red in color, so I can say that our option number 1 will be correct. So it will be the potassium acetate, because potassium acetate will going to give you the red color. In case of copper, sodium and ferric, you will not get the red color on dissolving it with the turmeric solution. So this is the equation you have, and the red color will be obtained in case of the acetate ions we have. So this is the another topic or the another point you have learned, that acetate ions will give you the red color in the turmeric solution. Now let's move to the next question. In this category we have a metal M of moderate reactivity is present in the form of the sulfide. It means we are given a metal M and it is present in the form of sulfide. On heating in air, it is converted into a compound Y, which is the oxide. If I am heating it in the presence of air, I am getting a compound Y, which is an oxide, and the gas is also evolving here. On heating Y and X, it means the metal I am taking here is X. On heating Y and X together, you will again get a metal M produced. So you have to identify X and Y respectively. So let's check the options here. Cuprous sulfide and cuprous oxide. So let us check the first option here. This is cuprous sulfide, which is our compound X. I am reacting it in the presence of air. Air means O2. So what I am getting here? I am getting here cuprous oxide along with a gas, that is sulfur dioxide. So this is the compound Y which we are obtaining here, and this compound is our oxide. This compound is our oxide. Now this oxide and this sulfide, when reacted together, they will again form copper along with SO2. So you can see here that Y and X, when reacted together, again we are obtaining metal here. So again our option number 1 is the correct, because it is giving us a satisfying solution we want. So the compound X and Y will be cuprous sulfide and cuprous oxide. It will be not cupric sulfide and cupric oxide, because the valencies will going to remain change in this case. Sodium sulfide, sodium oxide, this is again not an option, as we are given a satisfying solution with the copper. So the correct answer will be cuprous sulfide and cuprous oxide. So let's copy this solution from here. Now let us move to the next question in this sequence we have. This is the question we have. This is the question which is actually a 2-statement question. Sometimes assertion reason type question can also be asked in your exam. So read all the statement very carefully. Now Which of the following is true about the two statements? We are given two statements. Reactivity of aluminium decreases when it is dipped in nitric acid. So what we are doing here, aluminium is dipped in nitric acid. Nitric acid is having a formula HNO3. And what product we are getting here? We are getting aluminium oxide along with NO2. So this is our aluminium. This is our nitric acid. This is our aluminium oxide. And this is our nitrogen dioxide. Now, you can see that reactivity of the aluminium decreases when it is dipped in the nitric acid. Second statement, protective layer of aluminium nitrate is formed when aluminium is dipped in nitric acid. So you can see that when aluminium is dipped in the nitric acid, a protective layer of aluminium oxide is formed instead of aluminium nitrate. So this statement is entirely wrong and this statement is our correct answer. So let us check the options here. One is correct, second is incorrect, it is true. One is incorrect but second is correct, this is false. Both the statements are correct, this is again wrong. Both the statements are correct but second is not the correct explanation of the first, again this is wrong. So I can say that reactivity of the aluminium is decreased when it is dipped in the nitric acid, but it will not going to form the protective layer of aluminium nitrate, it is forming the protective layer of aluminium oxide. So which option is correct here? One is correct but two is incorrect. So we have option number 1, that is the correct answer for this question. Now, let us move to the next question in this series we have. This is the last question we have. So, in this topic, in today's lecture, we have dealt with some of the NTSE stage 2 questions that are from your various competitive exams also. So, go through each video lecture very clearly. So, every concept will be clear to in your mind, and when you solve such type of the questions, you are more eager to attempt the many questions that are unsolved there. So, go through each questions very carefully. Thank you so much and have a nice day.